Do you know what I think is dumb about evolution?
What?
Proof that it doesn't exist.
What?
That Christianity is correct.
You know, I've been thinking the same thing.
Or Islam.
Or
Do you know what the proof is?
in the pudding.
Why would we have evolved to not have hands on our feet?
Gorillas.
They've got hand feet.
What about little monkey boy right here? Little monkey skull.
Monkeys have hand feet.
Yeah.
How helpful? Like what?
That's kind of what feet are though, right? They're just kind of like...
Yeah, but they can't pick stuff up.
Mine can.
Huh?
And they're webbed so I can swim real fast.
Mine aren't webbed, so I sink. Do you know what I mean though?
No, I don't really know what you're saying.
What? Evolutionarily, right?
Yeah.
Being able to pick up your sausages from your little grill, your little...
You can't do that with your hands.
Disposable barbecue. No, like flipping a sausage, like you're just touching it for a second.
A saucy?
Right? Yeah, a saucy. While it's on the grill, right? Instead of having to bend down and do it with your hand. Or say there's a glass there, because the reason I thought of this, there's a glass on the table that my feet are resting on. And if I had hand feet, I could pick that glass up without having to move the mic, sit forward, grab it with my hand. My foot could just pick it up.
But how would that evolutionarily give you an advantage that would help you survive?
Well, I wouldn't have to lean forward, save calories.
That's like
Wouldn't need to eat
microevolution on a degree so like pedantic.
Do you get what I'm saying though? If evolution were real, we'd still have hand feet.
Which it isn't. We are anti-dinosaur on this podcast.
Yeah.
Can you even joke about this? Like
60% of people now will believe us. Like, they'll agree.
I guess we got to shift with the times, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
No more dinos. You can't even do the X thing anymore. X has been ruined.
Yeah. You can't even do this either.
What are you doing? Triangle.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Can't even say that one.
Lumi.
Halloumi. Halluminati.
Illuminati.
Preface. We are both ill, so if we sound a little bit more stinkier than normal, that's why. And why there might be the odd sneeze, sniffle, cough, or fart.
Definitely fart.
Or sick.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
booger.
with this illness, I've been sweating like a dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cold sweats?
At night time.
Yeah.
I'll wake up with a cold sweat every night since I've had this illness. Mm-hmm. It's horrible. And I don't know what to do about it.
Well, I'll tell you that it's good afternoon, morning, evening, or night to ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I don't know why I always want to say that.
If you say ladies and gentlemen, you have to say of the jury.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
I can't believe you're not a lawyer. You should train to be a lawyer.
Why don't I just move to Texas and just believe it?
Yeah.
Well, hello there, Bobby boy. Oh, hello there, Bobby boy.
You got to wear a big white hat with the prongs.
Well, I say.
What I do, the Claire?
There's a Bobby boy over there.
Would you be an attack lawyer or a defend lawyer?
I'd be on the attack. Yeah. With my guns, of course, because I'd be in US of A. Big guns, hey, hey.
Dude, I'd have so many guns if I lived in the US of A.
Just on the porch, you know?
Yeah.
Morning coffee, shotgun slung over my shoulder. Where did I get on the intro? Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and welcome to Broadcast 33. I'm your host, Alex, joined by Jim. Or host Jim, joined by Alex, depending on your perspective of things.
Yeah. Everyone's their own main character.
True. And no one is ever the villain from their own perspective.
True.
Unless maybe you're like a sociopath that enjoys being evil.
Yeah. Or I'd argue like Kendrick Lamar felt kind of villainous with all that stuff, even though he was like...
That's like a righteous villainy though.
Yeah, more like anti-hero, I guess. I bet he felt like the Punisher.
Why did he growl to that?
He doesn't like the Punisher.
He's not going to punish you, my boy. Don't worry.
He hates John Bernthal. Wait. See?
Genuinely, what is wrong with you? No. There's no Punisher around. Only Daredevil.
Hey. Lucozade.
Before we get too deep into the show, let me shout out the Jar Media patrons over at the Patreon. They get a few different perks and little items to support the Bubby Boy. Bubby Boy. Actually doesn't support the Bubby Boy at all. That's a lie. What do you get? You get the audio version of the show, makes it possible. You get the unfiltered one over on the Patreon. We've been on a roll with the Jar After Hours lately. We've built up, I guess, about a month's worth. That's what I wanted, was to have a month's worth in the bag, so then we can have a month delay of an upload on Friday of it being made public. So there were, as of this recording, as long as my PC doesn't actually die, because I've been having these CPU overheating issues, which is incredibly annoying timing, but just before this, we recorded a new As They Say video, which is a ongoing series where we talk about various pieces of media or whatever, on Wallace and Gromit, The Wrong Trousers.
And we definitively answer the questions of, is it good or bad? Because we know.
Yeah. And our opinion is the objective correct one. But that's not all that's up there. There's the Shadow of the Erd Tree. That's what it's called, right? Yes. Elden Ring DLC discussion up on there. That's another As They Say. Sort of informally. We didn't really introduce it or record it with that in mind, but it wound up being like a 40-minute discussion. There's like a nice footage on the curtain and whatnot. And a 2-part series on our 10 favorite songs as well is up on there. So those will start trickling out. On the free ones are all available now on the Patreon. And that's not all. There's also the Jar Media group chat, an ongoing jarling chat who give us suggestions whenever we're going to record. I chuck a little message in there. What should we mention on this one? Which can bring us, Huggy's really distracting, which can bring us into the housekeeping segment where we go to the comment section and the discussions from the previous episode, the previous week. A little bit of an unhinged episode that week. This is one of those cooling off ones after I just take it too far, you know? So...
Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence that we both fell quite ill since.
Yeah, there must be something in the water, something in the air, you know? And speaking of the Jar Media group chat, housekeeping can be kicked off with this one from Mr. Blue Pumpkin Hates Noah's RDR2 take. Is Jim going to watch The Penguin? Speaking of the Joker. And did Alex watch Mars Express in sub or dub so I know what to watch it in? Obviously, you know the answer to that second one.
Dub.
No. You want to hear that beauty French, don't you? Oula-vous-la-so?
Eh, de la vous.
And are you going to watch The Penguin? I've seen it all now. I would highly recommend it, especially with how much you like the Batman. I think it improves that movie, actually.
Really?
And I think I like it more than the movie. Don't give me that look. The Feathers McGraw spicy smile.
Yeah, there's only one penguin in my life. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. I mean, I just find TV shows so inaccessible, you know? And as far as I can tell, I'm on the last season of House, and baby, I'm going straight back to season 1 when that ends.
This is just like the end of your like media consumption. It like begin.
Yeah.
Once you found House, that was it.
Yeah, because it's so damn long and repetitive. Like you can just sit there and be perpetually in like the same comfortable environment. And you start it January. And then you watch through till December, and then fresh year, fresh new start of House.
Yeah.
You know?
We're weirdly in lockstep with you watching House. I'm watching Desperate Housewives. I'm nearly at the end. You're nearly at the end. And maybe I'll start all over again too, you know?
You should watch House. Everyone should watch House.
I can't. Although I do like Hugh Laurie.
Yeah, he rocks. But yeah, I mean, I would like to watch The Penguin. It's just I don't know how to access it.
It's only 8 episodes. Every episode, apart from 1 or 2, are under an hour. So
yeah, I mean, it's it's not so much like the time required. It's more, where do I watch it? And B, how much do I have to spend to watch it? And C, I've got so much stuff like I want to watch. Like I'm really interested in watching that show Devs.
Oh yeah, I'd recommend that.
Yeah, I really want to see it, but it's like, again, where do I even go?
I can't even remember where that's hosted.
Yeah, how much do I have to pay for it? And there's all this stuff in my backlog, and if it's easier to watch House, I'm sorry, I'm gonna watch House. I've already got Amazon Prime. That ads fucking piss me off. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to watch it, whether I will.
Well, Maxwell Edison said, "Oh, guys, I finally figured out what the J in JAR stands for. It's Joker. The Joker."
I'm trying to think of Batman villains that work for all of them. Joker.
It's the one that begins with A.
Aardvark.
What's one that begins with R? I can't think of any. All are like the Killer Croc, the Penguin,
Zars.
the Zars.
The Zars. Yeah, I got nothing funny to say.
Barry Lang 3638 says best Batman episode was Deaf Joker going to a Smiths tribute band and getting mad the crowd weren't taking it seriously enough. Sometimes things just line up. Man. Something about that was just like, you can't even make it up. It's so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't plan for that at all. It was just like the Joker. He's an idea. He just
this is your one bad day.
Ali, say what you're saying.
I feel like going to a Smiths concert is enough to turn anyone into the Joker.
Not just a Smiths concert, a cover of the Smiths. Ali A. Motamid says, listening to the audio version, I was really shocked at how much Alex was committing to this Joker bit I now understand on the first frame of the video version. Yeah, every now and again there's an episode which just is not as good in audio as it is in video, and that was one of them.
I feel like that was
that kind of gives it another layer of humor though, right? Because it's like it must sound and be even more unhinged without the context of the video.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of more the case a few years back. We used to be doing like visual shit all the time.
Until we did every idea ever.
Yeah. Yeah, what else is there to, we kind of The Hobbit there and back again.
Oh Christ, are we in the Hobbit era?
Yeah. Oh, no. We should do a Gandalf Hobbit, like You're Giant, and forced perspective episode.
I like that. Although some of them were like that, to be honest.
More creative, I'd say.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, more awesomer.
Yeah, like the upside down one. I think that's...
Holy Crown's Halo says, jaw definitely dropped when Alex revealed he didn't know Kim Jong-un's name. I don't know when you children are going to learn how bad I am with names.
Yeah, and they're pretty similar names, to be fair.
Yeah, and also I was in a red wine supernova.
I mean, it's pretty crazy to not know that, I guess, but at the same time, why should we know the name of the North Korean dictator? Is that entirely 100% necessary? Like, does knowing that benefit you in any way?
No. But I'd argue a lot of the things I know, like, just don't benefit me in any way. Like, like I went down a termite rabbit hole the other day.
Well, so you know everything about termites? I
was looking up, like, I saw a video of some dude cracking open, like, a termite mound or whatever, getting to the queen. And then I was reading about termite queens. And how long do you think a termite queen lives for?
600 years.
Not that far off. They live decades.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very rare for a bug, right?
Yeah.
Or is that a queen thing? I don't know much about like ant queens or bee
They're
queens.
minging. They're like quite a big worm thing. Well, not worm. I know it's not a worm.
You put your foot in it now.
I know, Bubby little termite queen. Yeah. How did I get the termite queen from that? I guess I'll do this from the koi sack. Never in my 10 years of watching Jar has Alex been this cringe. A stark reminder that I'm not here for the easy listening. I'm here for the avant-garde performance art that reminds the stone-hearted viewer how to feel. Really, that's the cringiest I've been? I feel like I've been cringier. Really?
When?
Bro, my deck of characters is deep.
Yeah, true. I think being the Joker just adds like 12 cringe points from
inherently.
The get-go. Like even if you're Joaquin Phoenix. He's got quite the anti-cringe aura. But the second he dons that makeup, it's like he's got to work hard. To not be cringy.
I was thinking, I think my favorite thing to come out of that 2019 Joker is the Robert De Niro and you're laughing.
Yeah. My favorite one is what is it? It's like the Lego helicopter just crashed in the river and you're laughing.
Oh, like the Lego City. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I love that bit. Riddle me this. That's not very jokery, but let's keep it on the Batman theme. Was my Joker performance more or less cringy than Jared Leto as the Joker?
Oh, see, that's the thing, because Jared Leto already has hundreds of cringe points stacked against him.
Inherent, you're saying?
Yeah, no matter what role he's doing. So no, I don't think it is as cringy.
You.
Yeah, I mean, not far off.
Maybe if I had the get up,
See, I feel like I've got a relatively low cringe tolerancy.
Where mine is the inverse. Mine's extremely high.
So I feel like my presence adds to the cringe of you being cringy. My inability to respond to cringe. Does that make sense? Like I'm like a multiplier, like a cringe multiplier.
No, I think you'd be a cringe multiplier if you were in a Joker like costume as well, also doing a Joker thing, right? Like then it would be unbearable.
Yeah,
you have to have the straight man, right?
But the straight man can highlight how cringe something is, like
which is what you were doing.
Contrast.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I multiplied the cringe.
No, you were the only thing keeping the cringe at bay. the cringe shield, as it were. I'm not going to read the rest of that, so you get a better name. In regards to Billy snapping and mauling Jim, that's the black cat Billy, Jim's hand until it fell off. Cats are not as domesticated as much as dogs are. So a lot of cats are still in the ligma grindset of being in the middle of the food chain, which makes them protective over a few areas like their belly. Cats also have what I non-professionally and non-scientifically call autistic traits. Cats are a little weird about physical touch, since a lot of cats like being pet, but they can also get overstimulated by it. They try to release that stimulation by stimming, often by swishing and wagging their tail. However, sometimes too much becomes too much and they snap in a way. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that Jim and Alex are ableist and hate cats for not automatically knowing that they've not, having spent several hours watching advice on YouTube from the guy from My Cat from Hell. Well, I've seen a few of that guy's videos. They're pretty funny.
Is he the one that just gets ravaged every time?
Yeah, and he's like covered in wounds.
Yeah. Sores and scars.
Yeah. That's not the first time, weirdly, I've heard that autism comparison. I think there's a whole book where like that's the thesis of it or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it relatively often. I think, what's his name? The comedian who rose to fame big time.
Kevin Hart?
No, recently.
Joe Rogan?
No, he's been on Joe Rogan. He was Donald Trump on.
Oh God. Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah, he always says that dogs are like people with Down syndrome. and
Shane Gillis.
And cats are like people with autism.
I can see that.
Yeah.
A gaming entity says, how does Alex look 1921 when he's 30? I didn't screen cap it, but someone was like, yeah, I showed a picture of him to my dad and he said he looked 15. Which maybe explains why the other day when I was I was buying a CBD drink from Sainsbury's. And
you were going for a wild night. Yeah, one can of CBD.
Which you have to be legally 16 to buy. And I got ID'd. And I normally don't give lip. But I was like, really? You got to be 16 for that? She was like, sorry. Has to be done.
My hands are tied.
Yeah. While she was playing with her nipples.
Yeah. Her chained up nipples.
So do I have that thing, and be honest, do I have that thing where like my voice doesn't match how I look?
No, I don't know.
Maybe you're the wrong person to ask.
Well, yeah. Like I can't, especially considering like our voices are identical. I guess I could think that I'm talking
right
when I'm not.
It's I guess it's my skincare routine. It's just so great.
You take a lot of what's that drug? You're always talking about it. The vitamin
substance.
Yeah. No, the what is it? The psyllium husk?
Psyllium husk. Oh, that's for keeping your poos strong.
Yeah, but you're pooing out all the toxins that would ordinarily stretch your skin.
I actually got onto psyllium husk because of a jarling who I thought was messing with us. But then I did some research and was like, oh, well, I'm getting on that train.
But yeah, going back to you getting ID'd, I was then offended, being as though I'm 3 years younger than you. I was buying a multi-pack of Monster, which
you also have to be 16, right?
Yeah, from the get-go. If you're buying Monster, then you're probably a child. So I was like, yeah, bring it on. ID me. Because I've got a whole thing now when every time I get ID'd, I'm like, oh, I take it as a compliment. And then they see that I'm an old man. And then they're like, oh, Jesus. You know? Yeah.
Well, bro, you just triggered a little thing in my mind. Speaking of Monster, I recorded a Sardonicast yesterday about Treasure Planet, right?
Uh-huh.
And somehow it came up that like coffee and energy drinks. And Adam mentioned that he drinks something called Gonster. And there's like a little micro community of Gonster drinkers. And it's 2 drinks combined. What do you think the G is?
So Monster and gin?
Guinness.
Whoa! Jesus.
Like when you combine them, it makes this like, it looks like Guinness, but the bottom's like green.
Oh my God.
How does that make you feel? Would you try a Gonster?
Yeah, I mean, I've tried fucking Locust, so yeah, I would try.
What's Locust?
The bug.
Oh, I see. I thought that maybe it was like a drink. I didn't know.
I've eaten a Locust.
Some cocktail names are like, they sound like that. Yeah, one Locust, please,
yeah.
doctor.
No olives. Yeah, I'd try Gonster.
Yeah.
But I think it should be called Minnis.
It's a bit more... Yeah, I prefer Minnis, actually. Gonster's just... No. There's something inherently off-putting about that name.
But like, is that something you have like one? You know? Or do you drink
a session?
So what's the ratio?
I don't know. You'll have to look at the subreddit. There's like 800 people on it.
800, wow.
Yeah, it's a new thing, I guess.
Well.
I'm just going to keep going with these housekeepings because, of course, we just didn't have any structure last episode, so we're a little bit dinky donkey, you know, inky pinky bonky. Father bought a donkey died. Father cried, inky pinky bonk. Outrageous Farm says Swindon Jarling here on an alt account.
Why?
I guess he can't dox himself. I grew up here and have lived here my whole life, 19 years. My reaction to seeing Jamie and Alex visit the outlet, a place I frequented for a few years whilst attending school, gave me such a visceral reaction for whatever reason. It's so incredibly weird seeing the jars in places I know like the back of my hand. I haven't been there in a while because of finishing school. But went there a few months back to get some food and thought the exact same thing in the exact same place. I could only wonder what happened. I didn't even know this town in its peak, but seeing it like this was an experience I can't really even describe. Even the dining area upstairs is a dire state now. So many of the shops have just straight up disappeared. I remember a while back they talked about this one desolate street in the town centre full of betting stores and vape shops. I used to walk down that street almost every day to go to school. Pretty sure it was nicknamed Addiction Street. There was a decent off-license there, at least, which had pretty low prices on drinks and stuff. Regent Circus, Cineworld as well was something I went to quite a few times solely because of it being easy to get to via bus. I don't have more to add. I just felt like sharing the strange feeling that overcame me watching this episode. Bear.
Bear. But I mean, he must be the one like upper-class Swindonite.
Going to a Swindonite going to finishing school.
Yeah.
What do they do to you at finishing school?
They finish you off.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a The Island situation where you get like cloned or something. You know?
Mm.
Did you ever see that one? Michael Bay?
No.
Ewan McGregor?
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, I think?
I never want to see that one.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Would you recommend any Michael Bay?
I'd recommend Transformers 1.
Yeah, fair.
For moments.
Would you recommend finishing school?
I unfortunately didn't go. Maybe it's what I need. Can you still go now? Like if I look as young as people say I do, maybe I could just go and be fine. Sounds like
get finished off.
I'm not sure this is the right person, says, in a show of hands, how old are you? Alex asked, like he was testing us, the audience. Upon hearing this, I glanced over at Jim, who was laughing in Morse code again. ... as he tried to explain why boats arrive at calm waters. But then, out of nowhere, Randy whispered, "Bear, bear." The room fell silent. Something is brewing in this episode. I can feel it.
What? What did any of that... I
love comments like that.
What did that mean?
It's creative.
What does it mean?
No one knows. That's good art then. It's got you thinking. It's got your mind worrying. Look at that. The power of language.
I feel like it's quite easy to confuse.
What?
That's got to be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah. And that's where you got to be creative with it. The Morse code thing.
You need to make it close enough to something real and tangible. You need to hook, also,
line, sinker.
No, you need to hook line and just leave them on the line.
And kill them and finish them school.
Yeah, and finish them school.
Before we go to mid-break, there's one really miserable... One really miserable downer bit of news I got to share with you.
Oh, okay.
At first I thought and hoped, honestly, it was a Jarling messing with me. Dr. Aneurysm left this. Please discuss Dingo Dinkelman's death.
Oh, yeah.
So those who remember, one of my hyperfixations for a few months was the YouTuber Dingo Dinkelman, known as South Africa's Steve Irwin, dies of snakebite at 44. R.I.P. dude.
Yeah, I mean, these types of people live hard and fast lives.
They must know
they're putting themselves in serious danger, and that's not to say it's deserved, but you know, it's part of the risk of leading such an inspiring lifestyle.
Yeah, and this is fresh too. November 1st, this NBC News article was posted. Content creator and nature conservationist Graham Dingo Dinkelman died on Saturday from a venomous snake bite. His wife Kirsty said he was 44. Dinkelman was allergic to snake venom, and the bite he experienced sent him straight into anaphylactic shock, she said in an Instagram post on September 30th. Known as South Africa's Steve Irwin, Dinkelman spent a month in the ICU in an induced coma before he passed. Oh, I didn't read that bit before. Kirsty said in a statement posted to Dinkelman's Instagram on Thursday.
He was an incredibly entertaining guy.
He had an extremely positive aura about him.
Yeah.
Great voice, great energy.
A loving man, it seemed.
That's like... there's what is that irony of like, he loved snakes. Like all his best videos are about snakes, but he was allergic to the venom.
What loved him is what killed him.
Yeah.
His passion was his demise.
That would have been like Irwin being taken out by a crocodile there.
Yeah. See, that's always been the worst. Well, I mean, not literally the worst part, but it sucks that if Steve Irwin were to die, which he did, for him to go out via Stingray.
Yeah.
There's nothing to take away from that.
So what, you think it would be better if he was killed by a crocodile?
I mean, maybe not for like his family, you know.
But like, I mean, it was actually better for under that
for the
dramatic irony.
Yeah, for
the
like
only thing that's improved by.
No, for
you're saying it's not an animal badass enough.
No, I'm not saying like when you think of Steve Irwin, you don't think, oh, Stingray.
No,
I mean people might do now.
Yeah, they really do now.
I'm really grasping now for my point, but do you get me?
Just say it. You think it'd be more badass if it was a cool crocodile?
It would have been cooler, I guess. And for the sake of his legend, for the sake of, for example, if people 1 million years from now find documentation of the death of Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this hero that was loved by everyone. You know, already he's like Jesus level.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like a stingray got him. Oh.
Uh-huh.
So what do we take away from that? Don't go in water? You know?
Let's eradicate stingrays?
Yeah. That's the angle I'm looking at it. So maybe Dingo has more of a legend for going out this way. You know?
I hear that. I don't know if it's true or not, but I was reading about like, I guess they were filming a show or something while
really
doing it. So I don't know if there was like footage of it and there's like the rumors of it leaking or something, or that his wife was given it and she destroyed it or something, but maybe there's a copy that leaked or...
That's horrific.
What do you do given that circumstance? Do you watch it? Why? I don't know. It makes me think of that film Grizzly Man with that recording of the man being eaten by a grizzly bear alive. And he just like takes the headphones off. He's like, no one can hear this. I don't know, man. It's got really dark in this section, but
yeah. But I was watching just today a YouTube short of a snake getting milked. That's what they call it when they extract the venom.
Right. Okay.
I didn't just make that up.
I thought you were fucking
it doesn't mean something else either.
But I was picturing like udders on a fucking snake.
Well, yeah, that's the joke. That's the joke in a Jim Carrey movie, a series of unfortunate events.
Oh,
when he's do you remember Billy Connolly?
Connolly, yeah.
He's in that film and he owns like a bunch of exotic animals, and
that's right.
And then Jim Carrey comes in one of his disguises and he's like, I'm a snake man. And then Billy Connolly's like, okay, show me how you milk a snake. And then Jim Carrey's like, oh, I can't find the udders. It's like a little joke.
God, I don't remember that at all.
Well, I do. Look it up. It's real. And I was watching on how a snake is truly milked, and they have like a jug with...
It's like a film thing over it.
Yeah, with like a cling film over the top. And then the snake bites it and then it like starts spraying venom.
Scary. And
it's terrifying. And I was, because the video was a guy like Dingo training someone else how to do this.
Mm.
And I was like, there's no way you could get me in a room with a snake, let alone like handling one while its fangs are out. It's I mean, hats off to people who do this stuff, because it's thanks to them that we have like anti-venom and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Or that legend guy that like purposefully was injecting himself with venom, small amounts, and increasing the amounts till he was immune to it, so he could just get bitten by incredibly poisonous
that's
snakes.
straight up like a superhero or a super villain trait.
It would make it a lot less scary, to be honest.
Yeah. He could just walk around barefoot in the Everglades. Nothing's getting him.
Well, I guess we'll see you after these messages.
Rest in peace, Dingo.
Rest in peace. Change to a poo, a shot, or a wee, or whatever.
I wish.
All right. I guess welcome to the second half of the cast. We head over to the suggestion thread over on the Jar Media subreddit, Not FNAF. Not FNAF. Not FNAF. Got a mod message on there this morning. Hey, why'd you ban me? I believe James is the owner, creator. Get out of here. But anyway. Yo, what do you think about this one, Paze? What do you think? AJ Hunter can get this one going. How is Dobby's Gina holding up? Has he been to see Gina-lopolis recently? What are you talking about? Although we get a nice view of Dobby's Gina from here.
Oh yeah. Spread eagle.
Spread eagle. What do you actually want me or expect me to say to that?
Dobby's Gina is pristine.
Never been cleaner.
It's self-cleaning.
Pink Floyd Addict 42, which let me put a pin in that for a second. Earlier we went through Roger Waters' cover of Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Why, man? He was on a roll as well, making like good ass solo albums.
Yeah. Like
then he makes a shit version of one of his own albums.
like what did he achieve with that? It sucks. They all sound exactly the same. They were like the same mood, the same sound, and the same like tone, and the production's like really tinny.
The total opposite to the original.
Mm-hmm. Nah. Get out of here with that, Roger.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick to Dobby's Gina thing.
Yeah. But anyway, Pink Floyd Addict's question was this. Hey Joe, I've been watching every JARCast episode in order for years now, on and off, and I'm close-ish to catching up. I'm currently at the dog name list era, and it's inspired me to come up with a few of my own. Let me know what you think. And I thought I'd use this as a piggyback to update the list, because I've got a few. Although I might need you to catch up on what you remember. I always forget to like look at what the last one was.
Oh, you should put a little segment.
Oh yeah, a little star, a little colon. Oh, you just kicked Paisley in the brain.
Sorry, Paze, I'm having a foot cramp.
Right, so what do you think of these? Melon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Matchbox.
I like that one.
Guzzle. Guzz, maybe?
Guzz, yeah.
Guzz is pretty good.
That sounds Mad Maxy.
Yeah.
Gaza.
Kahoot. You need to be able to make a nickname out of it, I think, is one of my things.
Yeah, you need to be able to shorten it.
Lunchbox.
I like that.
Apple or Montague. Okay. I don't mind Apple. Or Monty.
Yeah. Apple Monty.
I'm going to embarrass myself. Esplanade. Peninsula. Or Esplanade Peninsula.
I like Peninsula.
Yeah, because you could do like Penny,
yeah.
Sula. Thoughts. Like THORTS.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Thoughts.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Lozenge.
Yeah,
yeah, that's Loz.
I'm enjoying that one.
I like Loz, yeah.
Yeah, Loz.
Ball.
Bit confusing.
Yeah.
Because dogs...
Especially if they do enjoy tennis balls, you're going to get into a bit of a...
Yeah. Get your ball.
Bean/Heinz.
I like Heinz.
Heinz ain't bad. Forward splash. Spelt FOARED.
Forward
slash.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know about that one. Olive.
That's cute. That's just a nice name for a green dog.
Yeah, green dog, Ollie. You know, if you want to sound more normaler.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, Olive's not that crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, I like it.
Ollivander. I think these are genius dog names, and if you disagree, I'll cry, bear, bear. So let me just destroy your idiot names. Do you remember? You must remember Damager.
Yeah.
Winky. Inja? Remember that?
Yeah, vaguely.
INJA.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember Racist? That one sucks. I don't know why it's even in here.
Yeah, scrap that one.
But do you know, maybe I'll put a star by that one.
Yeah.
What, Dingo?
Yeah, surely. That's got to have been one for ages.
Yeah, whatever. Slop? Yeah, because I remember Foof.
Yeah, Charlie Foof.
The Architect.
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
Just the.
Uh-huh.
Laslothia.
I vaguely remember that as well.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe there weren't that many new ones, but I'm still going to go through them.
Yeah, keep going.
Pippin Poopin.
I don't remember that, but I like it.
I think we might be new ones now.
I like Poopin.
Yeah, Poopin can be the middle name and what you called them in private, but you're like Pippin.
Yeah.
You know,
a
little cover. Nigel, parentheses, not that one. Like middle name can be not that one.
Yeah. See, that one I kind of remember.
Really?
Yeah. Nige.
Yeah, Nige is actually really good.
Or actually, we might have talked about that one off cast.
Yeah, that's often how they are forged, as it were.
Yeah.
Punk.
Yeah, yes, because I came up with that one.
Off camera?
Yeah. I saw a dog in a cafe and it was like a cute little fluffy thing. And I just thought in my head, you little punk. And I was like, oh, that's an awesome name for a dog.
Yeah. Okay. I stand with Punk. Big Pig. I've been calling Pays that.
Big Pig.
Recently. Big Pig. Yeah.
Pig. Big.
BP.
Gib. Pig. Big Pig.
Tummy Tum.
I like Tummy Tum.
Tummy Tum's good.
But if you want to give Tickle Tummy, then might be a bit of a, you know.
I think I've outdone myself with this one though. This is a duo like Betfred and Gambler. Willing and able.
Oh yeah. That feels biblical.
Will and Abe.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What are the characters from the Bible? Abel.
Don't know.
Cain and Abel?
Spanny and Omi?
Yeah.
Betfred and Gambler?
That's the one. Yeah, from Providence 3-4.
Nipple Nip.
Nip is good. If it's like a little bitey chihuahua.
Nip. Yeah, Nipple Nip.
Nippy Nip.
And the last one, Little Sip. Nipple Nip and Little Sip.
Yeah. Yeah, that's adequately cringe.
I think Willing and Able is the standout of those ones, personally.
Is it cringe now to say cringe?
I think it can be, yeah.
Okay.
You're the spanny to my obby.
What's an omelette without a spanny? Is that a slur?
No, spanny.
Yeah.
The Spanish.
Is that a slur?
I think the Spanish can handle it.
They're pretty vulnerable.
What are they gonna do?
Beat that.
Past Confusion 3234 says, Alex, do you think you'll move over to Blue Sky Social? Since at this point you are one of the few people I follow that use X, formerly and correctly known as Twitter, with your secret account. I just kind of want more reason to move over given the recent election as well as how much of a shit show the app is. Thank you.
What is it?
I don't know.
Is it new
it's
Twitter?
Instagram's one.
Instagram's what?
I think.
Instagram's
Blue
Twitter.
Sky. Yeah. It's just a competitor to Twitter, I guess.
Okay.
The answer is no. All of the social media accounts I have now is like my limit.
What if you delete one though?
What if I delete one? Yeah, I don't care.
Does that open the capacity for another one?
No.
Or it's just gone?
No. Unless there was something like truly revolutionary or crazy.
Yeah.
Then I might think about it, but I don't care. I don't want to.
No.
This stream of consciousness apps like that are just designed to piss people off. Like, that's what this is for. I can stream of consciousness on here about whatever, you know? And people aren't going to quote tweet it and call you a, racial slur, probably, if it's on X. Or maybe not directly, but at least heavily imply it or dog whistle it, you know?
Yeah.
Although we're pretty much on their line. Like, you see some wild stuff on there. But yeah, no, I'm not going on Blue Sky.
What's his face? Zuckerberg's gone full libertarian right wing anyway, right? It's just going to be the same shit. Give it another 5 years.
Yeah, it's still, I don't know. I've never downloaded it or looked at it, so I don't know what the vibe is like on there. But if the format is similar, I'm sure it's going to be a dookie on a stinky.
A dookie bean soup.
A dookie on a stinky sort of thing. Like Tifling Afryer's comment here. Belloja, the Nightmarish Smiths cover concert story reminded me of a strange concert experience I recently had. It was at a Jesus and Mary Chain concert. Fantastic band, by the way. 80s indie. It was somewhat packed and most of the audience was middle-aged, but there were a few people my age mixed in. I'm in my early 20s for context. There was still wiggle room, and behind me were a middle-aged woman and two middle-aged men. About halfway through the opener set, a girl, no older than like 16, appeared next to me in the crowd. It wasn't crowded enough that she was shoving anyone, and she wasn't tall enough to block the people behind us. She was by herself, and she was probably the youngest person I saw at the concert. She had long hair in a ponytail. I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd, but at the end of the song, the 50-year-old woman starts fucking screaming directly into the girl's ear. No words, just cheering. The girl gets totally freaked out and quickly moves away. I stayed in the same spot. After the girl moved to a different part of the crowd, the older woman starts laughing and celebrating with her friends. She says that she screamed in the girl's ear on purpose to scare her off because the girl's hair was touching her and her drink. I was really angered by this. Why not just tap the girl on the shoulder and ask her to move forward a bit, or ask her to move her hair? The fact that a 50-year-old who had just bragged about seeing the Jesus and Mary Train like 3 times before this concert decided to ruin the experience of a young girl who was there by herself made me feel kind of sick. I ended up not saying anything, but I made sure to give the woman as many dirty looks as I could whenever she started drunkenly yapping over the music. My question is, should I have said something? What would you have said? What would you have said, if anything, in this situation?
Should you have said something? Yes. What would I have said? Nothing.
What could you say at that point?
Fuck you, asshole.
Oi, what's you doing, are we? Stop it, bloody hell.
Stop it.
Actually, you're a really mean one. I don't know, maybe it depends how bad it's getting, and how jokey you're feeling. I suppose them being middle-aged is a bit less threatening, but I don't know, stuff gets awkward quick when booze is involved, I feel like.
Yeah, especially old people. They'll fight, They got shit to prove.
Do they?
I'm still a young boy.
Maybe that's what you want then, because I don't know, unless they're like ex-army or something. You probably stand a better chance, I don't know.
Look at the sort of zeitgeist right now with the Paul versus the Tyson.
Yeah, but I think Mike Tyson would fucking kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, probably because he was throwing it for a huge paycheck.
Sheesh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have said anything. I don't think there is a right. I don't think there's a correct answer there. I don't think. What should you do? I don't know. Be kind. You know?
I think if it was, because that is antisocial behavior for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe if it was like a dude being creepy or something, I feel more passionately like you should probably step in there and do something. But seeing as she kind of moved off on her own anyway.
After getting yelled at, maybe the most righteous thing to do would be to navigate your way to behind this lady and do the same thing to her that she did. You know, that's a bit
Start another fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scream and run. You know?
Scream, run.
Yeah.
Whip out your gun like Feathers McGraw. Yeah. Don't do that. That's not an endorsement of anything gun related.
We don't endorse guns. Nice.
Dibble Dop says, Bear boys, recently a pill has been introduced to help smokers quit. It suppresses urges and withdrawal symptoms. This got me thinking, if you could take a pill to suppress an urge or habit you have, what would it be? There's always the option to stop taking it and revert to normal. Is this real?
I don't know.
Would you take this?
Depending on what's said about it.
Or the side effects?
Yeah. If it gives me diarrhea for 1 day, then okay. But if it gives me diarrhea for 3 days, no.
Diarrhea every day.
For the rest of my life. Until I smoke again.
Is that a worthy trade-off? What if it was like, you just need to take the pill for what habits form in about like 21 days or something, right? Before they're like cemented. Would you be willing to put up with the RIA for 21 days from the RIA no smoking pill, but it just gets rid of the urge and then it'll be a lot easier. You stop taking it after that point.
What if I get addicted to RIA?
You like that. You get attached to that.
Yeah, so then I'm just addicted to a new drug.
I feel like it's kind of the Ozempic conundrum as well.
Yeah, I mean,
that's getting really popular now. Like I was like,
yeah, people are getting like malnourished and going to hospital because of it.
Yeah. And we're going into that trend again of like the early 2000s where like being crazy skinny, like unhealthy skinny is like the beauty standard. Like, have you seen what Ariana Grande looks like now? She looks like scary skinny.
I keep getting ads for this film she's going to be in.
Wicked.
Yeah, it looks like the ugliest film I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I saw a sad comparison picture of like they built all these elaborate sets and whatnot, and then you look in the trailer and it's like this glossy CG nightmare with like this lame color correction that saps all the life out of it, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and I don't think
and it's set in the Wizard of Oz universe. Like the whole thing that defines it is the like color palette.
Yeah. But Ariana Grande doesn't really look human to me.
Yeah, she's scary, man. She's got like vampire vibes.
Yeah. That's a really...
You got to CG out her fangs. And she loves to fuck SpongeBob.
What?
Do you not know about that?
No.
She cheated on her... I don't know if she was married or what.
She was married at one point.
Yeah, so it was then. She cheated on her husband with the dude that played SpongeBob in the SpongeBob like stage show.
Really? Wow. Wow, that's fucking lame. But I mean, get it, I guess.
What did you think I was just pulling out SpongeBob? Yes.
Well, I thought you were going to say like the original voice actor of SpongeBob, and I was
Tom
like,
Kenny.
Yeah, what the fuck? But yeah, Ozempic. I mean, Ozempic does kind of. I totally see the appeal. When I get really hungry and I feel like I will eat anything right now.
Yeah.
As long as it's food going in my tum-tum, I will eat it. I don't care like if it's gonna make me chubby chunk. I don't care if it's kale, you know. But Ozempic's just like gulp I feel no
It's more-
hunger. Yeah.
For now, I think they're trying to develop like a pill version,
Right.
which will just be enormous if that's the case, because there is something intrusive and expensive, I think, for about once a month having to get the substance injection to.
Yeah. I mean, on that topic, I wish nutrition was better taught to people.
Yeah. I mean, we've brought up before, like I assume you were too, taught the food pyramid.
Yeah.
Which is just outdated and incorrect.
But even beyond that, like that will have a big impact on your day-to-day meals. But I don't think people realize the effect of like sweet stuff, the calorie density in that, and the worst is like crisps.
Yeah.
The calories in crisps are insane. The amount of energy you're putting in your body for not much satiation of hunger. Like that.
It's so yummy.
I know, it's super yummy, but like if people were aware of it, because they'll be like, why am I not losing weight? I'm like eating smaller meals. It's like all the additive shit on top. It's those snacky bits that you're eating. And if people were aware of like how to generally track calories, people would be way more in control of their weight. And the way stuff is sold, I think, is a big part of it, which I think is insidious from corporations.
Yeah, and it's like they're getting bigger, like the bags of things. And
Yeah.
like
Like Kanye was complaining about the size of like Snickers or something, or Mars bars.
like
It was
too small.
No, they're trying to make us fat, he was saying.
Oh, right.
They're trying to make us get all fat and stuff. They're making the Mars bars bigger.
Well, you should make an album about that.
He has. It's called Vultures 9.
Ugh.
But yeah, a pill. We actually haven't answered the question. What pill would you take to eliminate a thing, a desire?
Mine just constantly changes though, so I feel like it's not targeted enough. Like depending on the year, it's like a different vice. I feel like.
Right. Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like it'd be nipping it in the bud, unless it just suppresses, I guess, the want or need to just dopamine farm things.
Such as
just wanking 8 times a day.
I mean, I bet a lot of people could do with that.
I mean, yeah.
Most men, all gooners. 100%. I mean, mine is already answered in the question, really. The cigarette
pill.
one. Yeah. I mean, an effective way of quitting cigarettes without any of the mental turmoil would be pretty sick.
So you take a pill?
Yes.
What? You're English.
Yeah, but not everyone listening is.
Well, I guess I got to believe that then. If you're going to control what I'm saying, this is a new era, bro. We're allowed to say whatever we want now.
Yeah, I guess. You just have to dog whistle it a bit more.
How?
I don't know. Ask one of them.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, I was alluding to like a right-wing pundit. But
so if we had to have one of them on, who would you want on? If we had to have
oh man,
anyone from like the Daily Wire circuit, who would you want on?
It's hard to not say Jordan Peterson.
It's got to be Jordan.
Yeah, I think that would be so awesome. But I also think Ben Shapiro would be hilarious.
But like, what would you say to him?
Just have like a chat.
Like talk about Wallace and Gromit with him or something?
Yeah.
Jordan, like, what do you think of Feathers McGraw? Like, what is the psychological machinations
psychologically break down the mimetic metaphors within the Freudian aspects of the wrong trousers.
Well, Feathers McGraw is the devil. Think about it. And Gromit is God.
Yeah. Wallace is Jesus.
Yeah, I think that's probably the correct answer.
Yeah. I mean, because like you can't have a political conversation with those people. You know?
Yeah. We might as well just ask them poo questions.
Yeah, there's
How was
no
your
difference.
poo, Jordan? Like, actually, I'd be curious about asking Jordan about that.
Yeah,
it's like
red.
You only eat meat. Does it look like a bloodbath?
It's not only
like
meat.
On your period,
it's
Jordan?
beef. It's only beef.
It's only beef. Yeah. Man. That's the devil right there.
Beef?
No, like only eating beef and then imagining passing it.
Yeah, wow.
I still don't believe his ass. Be a weird like hill to die on, but
Well, maybe if a djinn gets summoned,
like how many
we'll make it true.
Yeah, hell yeah. Nice pull.
Welp, I know my stuff.
I was going to say something about Jordan, but I forgot.
I think you might be allowed red wine. Beef and red wine. Classic.
Only beef wine.
Yeah.
Made from marinated beef.
From cow blood.
Maybe he's the devil.
Yeah.
The devil in disguise. Oh, yes, he was.
He dresses like the devil.
He does. Those suits are devilish.
Yeah. It's like a bit of goody and a bit of baddie, this suit.
It's too basic.
Yeah.
Feel like I've been saying some out-of-pocket things in the past few episodes. Like there was one so bad in the last one, I couldn't even like filter it.
Well, you just cut it out?
Yeah, I had to.
Both versions?
I had to. Because I'd probably be arrested.
Really? Can you say it again?
Yeah. It was about
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I remember in the moment being like, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes, I don't know, I just have to say it. It has to come out.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you have to be able to say it because like you always have the option to take stuff out, but you don't have the option to put stuff in.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's also why I'm scared of like live streaming things.
Yeah. Yeah, because Kia would get you locked up.
And sometimes like, I don't know, it's different in the moment. Something can feel like it's going to be funny. And then like you're watching it and you're like, ooh. And sometimes the inverse happens where it's like you think you're being really unfunny or whatever. And then you listen to an anecdote and you're like, you know, that Joker was fucking hilarious.
Said everyone.
No. Guess the joke's on you, baby.
Guess the joke's on you, baby.
Let's do one more. Wrap this one up.
Okay, two more.
Okay, let's do two more to wrap this one up.
Okay, two more.
Goldfish 774 says, have you guys ever felt like you should have figured life out? I turned 30 this year and feel like I still have little clue as to what I'm doing. I feel like I should have more stuff figured out by now, but don't. Anyways, love the cast, Bear. Well, I'm on the same page as this person. I turned 30 last week.
Huh?
And yeah, I'm more scared and confused than ever. So
yeah, I feel like
the older you get, the less you realize you know and understand.
No, what
you should do anyway.
What I kind of feel is like, as you get older, you come to realize that no one has it figured out.
Yeah.
We're all pretending to have it figured out to each other.
And if anyone's coming to you acting like they've got it all figured out,
yeah, they have it less figured out.
Or they want something from you.
Yeah, or they're going to kill you.
yeah, they might actually get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you done?
It's just puppying.
Sorry, just yelling at the boy. Yeah, I've definitely felt I kind of ebb and flow between like it's all good, like it's all fine, and then the inverse being like, what am I doing? Oh my god.
A sort of look at sky no moment.
Yeah. A drop to my knees in the Darth Vader suit.
I'm afraid you subscribed.
Yeah. I'm afraid you have Disney Plus. No.
Do you know that, apparently they hide in the, I don't know if this is true or not, I haven't fact checked this. Apparently when you sign up for Disney Plus and agree to their terms of service, you agree in there that you can like never sue Disney for something.
Really?
So, I think
Damn
so.
it. My scheme.
That could be like
my scheme has fallen to
BS,
pieces.
but I wouldn't put it past them.
Yes, we'll sneak that one past the goalie.
Yeah. Do you have to sign your soul over as well?
Kind of.
What the fuck? But yeah, I feel like that's just part of society, I guess. It's why we're all teetering on Joker.
We're all teetering on Joker.
Yeah, it's why we all love Joker so much. Because he's just accepted that it's all just a bit not that good.
But also funny as F.
Yeah.
Let's end on this one from Chadford Bradson. Hiya, the bros, TM.
Jesus.
By the time the next episode comes out, this is from, I don't know if this is going to be accurate. It would have been about a year since I started listening to the cast. The first cast I watched was the Young Gravy episode, lol. I started listening because I deleted/blocked YouTube and all other social media off my phone because I felt like I spent too much time on there. I also became really intertwined with a terminally online community and hated being addicted to interacting with people I don't know IRL. I've been feeling a lot better mentally now that I'm being radicalized by you guys and not YouTube shorts. In all seriousness, it's been great to listen to some guys who have the same perspective as me on a whole host of topics, especially addiction to devices. I knew about you guys a little bit from this Nostalgia Critic review, and I've watched IG since I was like 10. Wow. But I never would have expected that it could help me overcome my YouTube addiction. I don't want to just look like some weirdo by typing this, but I just want to say that I've really enjoyed the podcast and I'd like to put a lot of pressure on you to be funny, knowing that it makes people feel better. Anyways, even enough rambling and shit. Question time. What are your guys' thoughts on the creation of a story based on the Alive note you boys came up with in the best Jarco? So I guess he's just claiming that's the best one.
Wow, okay.
I've been working on a first chapter for a little bit now with some stuff brought up by the boys and the AI. It could not be entirely based on Jar. I'd include references here and there and would mostly be its own thing. I don't want to give too much away, but I'm planning on incorporating things from all across the map, like historical fiction, sci-fi, action, and silly BS. I plan to include the Muhammad and Jesus debate on Joe Rogan because that's funny. Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah. But also some other satirical depictions of historical figures. Let me know if y'all are interested and I'll figure out a way of posting the chapter when I finish it. Sorry for the long comment. I always try to be concise, but it just becomes twice as long, lol. Bear. P.S. Keep your eyes peeled on FNAF. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah. We really struck gold with that one. Thinking about it, that's such a fire idea.
The Joe Rogan debate space for
just the Alive
historical
note.
figures. The Alive note, yeah.
It's that rocks.
It was pointed out after that episode came out that Smosh back in the day did a skit with a similar concept.
Really?
Obviously nowhere near as funny and awesome and edgy. But yeah, do it. And I assume they must be listening on podcast feeds or something.
Yeah.
If they've blocked YouTube.
Well, they're just lying.
So yeah, I'm just going to watch Jar on YouTube. Which is fine.
Yeah, I mean that's some impressive, fortitude, I'd say. Because YouTube is the one I can't drop. I'll be so out of sync with the Elden Ring lore.
Yeah, where else am I going to find termite lore? Or my one I've been watching a lot recently is The Strange Wilderness, just like random animals biting people.
But the guy who gets like stung and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Be brave. Whatever.
Yeah. He gets bitten by like a snapping turtle.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
Yeah, that was cool.
But there's this guy who's kind of like replaced him.
Oh.
Who's nowhere near as good as him, but he's like
I'm sorry, it's such a funny YouTube series because it's the same thing every time. It's like some freaky ass bug gets held to his skin, it stings him, and then he's just writhing and screaming.
Yeah, and like the montage, like it fades to black, and it's just him going,
yeah, every time, and then he ranks it.
And I love how like they have a section where they pretend that it's educational. It's like,
this bug is going extinct, and with your help.
Yeah.
But like everyone's there just to see him writhe in pain.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like the fact that he's doing it to himself, if it was like Jackass, you know, it would be a bit
it kind of is like a Jackass type thing. They did a spin-off show, two of the members of Jackass, I can't remember what it's called now.
The Wilderness Boys.
Something like that, yeah. Which is kind of that idea. I saw the new guy, the Gremlins new batch dude. He did one with an electric eel in a tank, which was pretty gnarly. Or one with the proper brave wilderness dude. He put his hand in a box of like a certain type of wasp, like a bunch of wasps, and yeah. Yeah, awesome series. The Sting Index.
Yeah, the most messed up one is the hornet that eats tarantulas.
Tarantula hornet.
Yeah, because it's got like a burrow or something, and it comes out and it will sting a tarantula, and the tarantula gets paralyzed from the pain, and then the hornet like drags the body into the burrow.
Yeah.
And then I think lays like its maggot in it.
While it's alive.
Yeah, while it's alive.
To incubate it. That's
so then then when the maggot grows, it like eats the alive tarantula around like the vital organs to keep it fresh as long as possible. And he got stung by that, and I remember him screaming. In a desert. I remember him screaming in a desert. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd recommend that series.
Yeah. But that was a very kind question, comment, thoughts and opinion. What a
tarantula hawk.
Yeah, there you go.
Executioner wasp bullet ant. Crab sting. Yellow jacket stung. Snapping alligator turtle bite. Murder hornet. Quilled by porcupine. Alligator bite. Black widow challenge.
What? You don't mess with black widows, man. They're scary.
Yeah. Pinched by a lobster. Yeah. He's done it all. And I think we've done it all for today. TBH.
Yeah, we touched every topic.
Yep. Everyone.
We spoke every belief.
Things were said. Things were beauty.
I think
miserable. A roller coaster of emotions, some might say.
Yeah. I'd argue at least 3 emotions out of the 5 options.
Like Steven Spielberg said.
That's some shit, man.